So screen is visible to all of you? Hello? Okay. So diagram is already completed by you people and explanation I think remaining. Okay. Or have you written points related only diagram? And in that we have discussed the three conditions related to the EA bar signal available in microcontroller, right? That is connected to VCC or connected to the ground signal, as EA bar is an active low signal. When we connect to the VCC, then in that case it will access the memory from internal program memory, that is internal ROM available in microcontroller 8051, as well as if we connected external ROM, then in that case when EA bar is equal to VCC, that is connected to VCC, in that case initially it will access internal, and after internal it will access external program memory. So starting from internal and ends on whatever the size is connected as an external ROM, that is program memory, it will access, but through internal only when EA bar is connected to the VCC. And third case, this is nothing but the case 1 and case 2 as we have discussed. That is case 1, only internal memory is there, external memory is not connected. Second case, internal as well as external, both memories are connected to the microcontroller. In that case, in both cases, EA bar should be connected to the VCC so that we will access internal only or internal plus external. And third case is related to the accessing only external program memory, that is external ROM. In that case, we have to connect EA bar is equal to ground, that is 0-volt signal is applied to the EA bar pin so that we are able to access only external program memory. So whatever the contents loaded in internal program memory, they are not accessed at all. So only access is allowed for external memory. So these three cases I think we have discussed, like these three cases are there, case 1, case 2 and case 3, and I think I have told you that you remember third case, that is EA bar is equal to ground or connected to the 0-volt signal. In that case only we are able to access only external, otherwise we are able to access internal plus external. If it is connected, no problem. If external memory is not connected, in that case only internal memory is accessed. Okay, so have you written these three conditions or not? Okay, so in these cases, if we are accessing separate address line, if we are requiring 16-bit address bus, that is A0 to A7 from port 0 and A8 to A15 from port 2, in that case we are discussed regarding the latch IC, which is required to separate or isolate the address lines from AD0 to AD7. In that case we have to interface an latch IC either 74373 or 74573 for separation of address line from the address and data combined lines. So in this case, see, whenever we are connecting or interfacing external components like memories or suppose latch IC with the 8051, each component is having their own output enable pin. So here you see that in case of RAM and ROM, OE bar signals are there. OE is nothing but your output enable pins. Okay, so when we want to access that particular suppose RAM or ROM, in that case we have to activate the OE bar signal. Activation of OE bar signal means providing 0 as it is active low signal. So accessing RAM, we have to make arrangement of applying 0-volt to the OE bar. Accessing ROM, we have to make an arrangement to provide 0-volt to the OE bar. Similarly, in case of latch IC also, if we want to access the output, that is Q0 to Q7 from the latch IC, in that case we have to make OE bar of a latch IC activated. So it is necessary to again apply 0-volt to the OE bar signal of an latch IC. After that we are able to access the address lines as an output delivered or generated by latch IC. And one more thing is that the ALE signal is available in 8051. So at I think pin number 30 is there. So ALE signal is connected to the latch enable of an uh, latch IC. So whatever signal is there, we have to activate again with the help of ALE signal. So as we have discussed, the data lines are already available from AD0 to AD7 without some filtering or generation or sorting, but address lines are generated after the output delivered or generated by latch IC. So right, in that respect, you write 2 to 3 sentences related to the AD lines. Okay, so write first point: to access, to after earlier three conditions, write next point: to access address oblique data lines, to access address oblique data lines. I will check if someone is there in waiting room. To access address oblique data bus or lines, it is necessary to use demultiplexing circuit, to use demultiplexing circuit in bracket latch IC 74373, in bracket latch IC 74373. Next line or next point: the demultiplexing of address is driven through driven driven through latch, driven through latch. Next point: the control signal ALE, the control signal ALE should be connected to active high state. Also output enable pin in bracket OE bar, output enable pin in bracket OE bar should be connected to ground, should be connected to ground, should be connected to ground. Should be connected to ground as it is an active low signal. Okay. Next point: so output of an latch is nothing but lower order address bus. Lower order address bus. And connected to address lines of memory circuits or memory ICs, either RAM, either ROM. Address lines of memory circuits. Okay, so this is regarding the interfacing of an external RAM and ROM with the help of latch circuit for separation. Okay, after that we will move towards the next section, that is IO port. So whether it is visible to you, input output ports. Okay, good. See, after the memory organization, that is program memory, data memory is over, pin diagram is over, and architecture is over. So next and most important section of an 8051 or microcontroller is working of the input output ports. Here, while analyzing the status or how ports are worked as an input port, as output port, so all the pins associated with that respective port are having similar functions. That is, if we are considering suppose port 0's pin number 1, that is P0.0, if we are analyze the working or function of an P0.0, it will be similar for all the pins from that respective port, that is P0.1, P0.2 till P0.7. So here whatever the circuit we are going to analyze or study, it will be used or available for that respective single pin, and similar circuit is available for all the remaining pins. So we are discussing about the single pin of that particular port, and same structure, same circuit, same components are used for working of the remaining pins or all the pins of that respective ports. So if we are talking about the port 0 or port 1, port 2 or port 3, so we are discussing not complete port. So complete port is not associated with that particular single circuit. So here a particular single pin, either any number, serial number from 0 to 7 is associated with that particular circuit, and similar circuits is available inside the microcontroller IC to the all the remaining pins from that respective port only. As I have talking or more focusing about respective port or remaining remaining pins from that port only, because ports are having some different structure, some applications are different, alternate pin functions are different, due to that some logical connections or logical circuit is different, but basic function of IO pins is remains same for all the ports. So if we are seeing that input port or input mode and output mode, in that case whenever we are discussing to use a particular port or port pin as an input, in that case whatever the physical pin we are seeing outside the IC, which will be soldered or mounted on the IC base, so whatever the data is available with the help of wired connection or some signals connected to that particular pin, so these signals need to be applied or fetched from the CPU towards the CPU. Signal fetching from that outside pin towards the CPU. So in this case we are considering that input mode. So whatever the signal is available at the pins, so these signals are retrieved or fetched towards CPU. In that case we are considering that input mode. Whether the signal available signal is 0 or 1, we don't care right now. Only function is that you have to capture the signal from pin hardware pin actual towards the CPU. This mode is called as input. It is shown in first circuit. And second condition is that for output, if we are considering or talking related to the output status or output pin, use of port pin as an output pin, in that case either 0 or 1, we have to deliver on a actual hardware pin from CPU. That is, in case of output mode, content available on CPU or whatever the memory devices are there, RAM, ROM. So CPU will simply copy, load the contents from memory sections or ALU, and it will deliver or transfer towards the output pin, and through that output pin, whether it is high or low, we are able to operate some transistors, relays, and some driver circuits. So this is related to your output mode. And if we are talking related to the different output modes, here 8051 supports or uses port 0, port 1, port 2, and port 3. So all 4 ports having some different applications, that is additional pin functions are different. So internal structure or circuit components are somewhat different. So just we see the first port, that is working upon port 0. In that case, the internal structure for this is as shown in the diagram. See here, if we are considering internal bus, okay, at the left hand side, whatever the contents coming from CPU or moving towards CPU are from internal bus. Here we consider the data bus, okay, or content actual, not bus. So this internal signal, either 0, either 1. 0 is nothing but 0 volt, and 1 is nothing but your 5 volt supply is there, which is to be applied. So while using a particular port pin here, P0, okay, P0.x, this is nothing but your either input or output pin. We are talking about the suppose first pin, P0.0 pin. Here two FETs are there. These FETs are used to control the circuit, that is use of input port, use of output port. Or here if we are seeing that port 0 also supports for the data oblique address bus along with the IO ports. So basic function of each and every port is input output port, act as an input port, act as an output port alternatively, not simultaneously. But along with that, port 0 also supports for use as a address bus, that is lower order address bus, A0 to A7, or data bus. So this signal is connected in between the logic circuit here, and one more signal is that is control signal is there to switch from output to input output to address data bus. So as control signal is connected to the address oblique data, that is in case of that 1, if we are making control signal is equal to 1, in that case here tab is towards the address oblique data signal, then it will simply works or fetches the address or data signal. It will not collect the signal from internal bus, that is port 0 latch, as we are discussed in the architecture also, port 0 driver, port 0 latch. Okay, so whatever the signals coming from latch, they are not collected if control signal is 1. So generally we consider that if we want to use port 0 as an address oblique data bus, in that case we should make control signal is equal to 1, that is high is applied on control signal, and whatever the signal is there at address data, according to that your FETs are turn on or turn off, we will see later. Okay, so here middle circuit is related to the use of the circuit or IO pin as a address data line, first case if control is equal to 1, and use as a input or output if we make control is equal to 0. So this is basic differentiation between address data and IO port. So after that we will discuss how input is carried out, how output is carried out or generated. Okay, so this is the basic diagram related to the port 0. Latch ICs are there to hold this signals temporary. According to that, we are connected here. So after that, if we are seeing that, so first condition is that we use port 0 as an input port. So if we are talking about use of an port 0 as a input port, in that case signal available or coming from the port 0 pin will be delivered towards the CPU. Here in this diagram, from our right hand side to left hand side. So signal we want to transfer or deliver the signal which is available at P0.0 towards the internal bus. So internal bus is associated or in connection with the CPU. So here two FETs are there, N MOSFETs are there. So they are working if we are providing logic 1 to that particular signal. Okay, so if we want to use that particular signal as a input pin, here for input oblique output we should make control signal is equal to 0. So see from the tab, if we connect the control signal to the 0th position, then address oblique data line signals are not connected to the lower FET. Okay, so it is isolated. As control signal is 0, so above circuit, that is preceding to the first MOSFET, we may say that M1 and lower side upper MOSFET and lower MOSFET. So if we generally consider or nominate as a M1 to upper side and M2 to the lower side. So preceding to the M1 AND circuit is there, and if one of the input to the AND circuit as a 0, as we are making control is equal to 0, output provided by an AND gate is a 0. So due to this, first FET is turned off. Second case related to the second FET, as signal is not coming from the internal bus, from left hand side we consider, as we are want or requires the signal is fetching from the outside pin. So here we cannot apply the signal from the input bus, either 0 either 1. So if it is 0, that is as already discussed, so no signal is there, so 0. Again second MOSFET is remains off, so both the MOSFET are remains off. So whatever the signal is available at the P0.X or P0.0 pin, it will be not delivered towards the upper MOSFET side or towards the lower MOSFET side. Okay, as both are acts as an open switch. So VCC is not applied to the port pin, or ground signal is also not applied to the port pin. Due to this, we are unable to deliver the signal towards the either control address or this middle section. So whatever the signal is there, so simply it will come like this. Okay, so signal available at this section, that is port pin, it will be simply carried out through this section. And here read pin, the function of read pin is to capture the signal available as an input. It will be simply transferred towards the internal bus section, and after that we are able to transfer this signal towards the CPU. So when we use port 0 as an input port, signal coming like this only and moving towards the CPU. And here the both FETs, this FET is also off, this FET is also off. So signals are not diverted anywhere, so it will simply moving towards the CPU side. So this is the working related to the port 0 as an input. So here pins is connected like this for IO port, either input either output. From that we are discussing about the input side only, input structure only. So this is related to the working as an either input either output, and that too first we are discussing about use of an port as an input port. So this signal connected here and we are getting the signal like this. So this is related to the input side. Is it clear to you? Hello? If you have any query, please let me know. I will check once again that someone is. वर्किंग क्लिअर आहे का? बघा काय डाऊट आहे का? इनपुट, हां बोला. If you have any query, please ask me so that I will again explain. So here we are separating input output. In that case, first case is input. So whatever the signal available, either 0 or 1, we cannot segregate or separate out for collecting or fetching the input signal. But if we want to use the particular port pin as an output pin, in that case we should separate out or segregate the what contents you want to write, that is input or output, like that. Okay, so if you are understood, then we will go for the output. Okay, that is port 0 used as a output. In that case, structure is same. So this is port 0. In this we have discussed related to the input. So for input, you keep in mind that these two FETs are off and signal is coming like this. After that we move. This is the explanation. If that is we are making input port control signal is 0, then output latches becomes, as it is already discussed. Initially we make 1 and Q dash is nothing but your Q bar. Huh? I am not able to make the bar signal at the top of the Q, and both FETs are off. So signal is moving directly. See, when we use the port 0 as an output port, so case second is there. Use a port pin as an output pin or complete port as an output port, and that too if we want to write a 0, two conditions are there for making the port pin as a output pin. If we want to write 0, that is 0 signal needs to be transferred from CPU side towards the port pin, or second case is there 1. We want to write 1 on the port pin. So from that we are discussing the first case, that is write a 0 on that particular port pin. आता आपल्याला इथं 0 सिग्नल पाहिजे. Okay, आता the function of these two FETs, FET 1 and FET 2, that is sorry here FET 1, sorry. So here first FET and second FET. So after turning on any one of the FET, whatever the signal is connected or carried out by these FET, they will simply forwarded or followed. So in case of FET 1, that is M1, VCC is applied. So when it comes in conduction, it will simply transfer the VCC. So when M1 is on, VCC is transferred to this pin. When M2 is on, ground signal is transferred to this pin. But you should keep in mind that you should not turn on both FET at the same time. Okay, if we are making both FET turn on at the same time, in that case VCC and ground signal will be short circuited. So this should be avoided with the help of our logic circuit here. Okay, so when we want to use a port pin and want to write a 0, so here internal bus should be 0. इंटरनल बस वरती काय पाहिजे, मग 0 पाहिजे. ओके, आणि मग जर डी इनपुट जर 0 असेल, इन दॅट केस युअर क्यू इज इक्वल टू 0 and Q bar here it becomes 1. Q bar काय असेल तुमचा 1 असेल. As we required as a IO pin, control signal is 0. For IO function control signal is 0 and for data address function control signal is 1. So this circuit is connected at here at 0th position like this. Okay, so whatever the signal available at Q bar is simply carried out or applied to the M2 MOSFET 2. So here 1 is applied as D is equal to 0, D is equal to 0, Q is equal to 0. So Q bar, the bottom line, Q bar is equal to 1 and this one is applied here, input of the M2 lower FET. In that case your lower FET turns on. In that case your lower FET turns on and it will simply apply ground signal to the port pin like this in outward direction. See if you are able to see. So ground signal is applied at the P0.0 pin. So automatically 0 volt is available or applied at port pin. That is write 0 operation is completed. In that case your upper FET as control signal is 0. So one input applied to the AND gate is 0. So output of AND gate is 0. And your upper FET is turns off. Whether it is clear to you? Output function case 1 write 0 on port pin. Clear आहे का बघा? Hello? Hello? Okay. So here the first condition related to the output is writing 0 on port pin. So 0 writing means at internal bus we are having signal 0. Internal bus ला आपल्याला 0 असणार आहे. तो आपल्याला पुढे कॅरी करायचा आहे आणि राईट हँड साइडला जी पोर्ट पिन असेल इथं तिथं आपल्याला तो पोहोच करायचा आहे. एवढं लक्षात ठेवा. फेटचं ऑपरेशन काय सांगितलंय की हे काय करतात की त्यांना जो सिग्नल अप्लाय केलेला असेल तो सिग्नल ते काय करतात पुढच्या सर्किटला जिथं कनेक्शन दिलं असेल तिथं डिलिव्हर करतात. आता जसं की फेट 1 चं फंक्शन काय VCC अप्लाय केलंय त्यामुळे आफ्टर कनेक्शन किंवा टर्न ऑन इट विल डिलिव्हर द VCC फॉर नेक्स्ट डायरेक्शन. मग हा VCC तर जाऊ शकतो आणि जर फेट 2 ऑन झाला तर इथलं ग्राउंड सिग्नल इथं जाऊ शकतो. सो जर 0 राईट करायचं असेल तर पोर्ट पिनला 0 पाहिजे. मग त्या केसमध्ये मला काय पाहिजे M2 ऑन व्हायला पाहिजे आणि M1 काय पाहिजे ऑफ पाहिजे का तर आपल्याला दोन्ही सायमल्टेनियसली ऑन करायचे नाहीयेत. शॉर्ट सर्किट होईल. आता हा सिग्नल मी परत एकदा सांगतो की ही इथं कनेक्शन असेल कारण कंट्रोल सिग्नल 0 आहे म्हटल्यावर ह्या टॅप लोअर साईडला असेल. व्हॉट एव्हर सिग्नल आता इथूनही येईल. इथून काय येतोय D0 Q0 Q बार 1 लोअर साईडला Q बार असेल. हा 1 इथं 1 आणि मग हा ऑन झाला की ऑटोमॅटिकली ग्राउंड सिग्नल याला. हे झालं तुमचं आउटपुट पोर्ट राईट 0 ऑन पोर्ट 0. आता सेकंड पाहूया. ओके राईट 1. ओके आता राईट 1 करायचं आहे. राईट 1 करायचं आहे म्हटल्यावरती पोर्ट पिनला काय पाहिजे आपल्याला 1 पाहिजे. इंटरनल बस कडून काय येणार आहे सी हिअर इथं 1 असणार आहे. इंटरनल बसचा सिग्नल 1 असणार आहे आणि आपल्याला इथं पण काय पाहिजे 1 पाहिजे. आता बघा हा 1 असेल तर Q1 आहे. Q बार काय 0 आहे. सिग्नल कसा कनेक्ट आहे इथं असा. मग Q बार 0 आहे त्याच्यामुळे काय होईल इथं 0 सिग्नल अप्लाय होणार आहे लोअर फेटला. जर 0 अप्लाय असेल तर तुमचा लोअर फेट ऑन होणार नाही. त्यामुळे काय असेल M2 रिमेन्स ऑफ. म्हणजे लोअर फेट तुमचा काय झाला ऑफ झाला. आता कंडिशन काय आपण यूज काय करतोय ॲज अ आउटपुट पोर्ट. मग कंट्रोल सिग्नल काय असणार आहे तुमचा 0. कंट्रोल सिग्नल 0 आहे म्हटल्यावरती काय अँड गेटचं आउटपुट काय असेल 0. अँड गेटचं आउटपुट 0 आहे म्हणजे काय असणार आहे तुमचा अप्पर फेट सुद्धा काय असणार आहे ऑफ. आता इन धिस केस बोथ फेट्स और MOSFETs remains turned off. Is it clear? Hello? Hello? ओके दोन्ही MOSFET कसे ऑफ आहेत हे कळालंय. ओके आता याच्यानंतर आपल्याला तर सिग्नल 1 पाहिजे बरोबर आणि